on this episode, now that tax reform is finally passed, we're going to talk about that, obviously, and the hysteria from the liberals basically saying we're all going to die again. I don't know how many times would that be this year, but we died with the passage of the tax reform bill yesterday. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and some other subjects and here and there. So all this on this episode of Trend Chat. Welcome one more time to another episode of Trend Chat. And I'm your host, Brian Bledsoe. And if you want to connect with us, whether on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, it's all the same name, Trend Chat 24/7. And if you want to read some of my articles on Politichicks, just go to politichicks.com/author/Brian Bledsoe. And don't forget about the book, Politichicks, A Clearing Call to Political Activism, which is available on Barnes & Noble and Amazon. So, tax reform finally passed. I mean, it took forever. It felt like forever, but it wasn't. But it did pass. After, I guess it was some sort of procedure that needed to be cleared up yesterday. But anyway, it passed. And now we're going to get a little bit of our money back. Put it that way. It's going to be... for me, I think it could have been more, but hey, like I've said before, this is going in the right direction. So in that, I'm just going to clap it up. Yep. No, at least we're going in the right direction. We're going in the right path. That's at least we're getting there. Hopefully something will come about that will improve to get more people to have their own, what they have earned. Their whatever. I don't care what tax bracket they're in either. I know people want to just kind of focus on, well, the middle class is getting this or the rich is getting this. Look, I want everyone to get what they earned, their money. I've said this probably more than once. It's your money. The government is not entitled to your money. So I don't care about your tax bracket, where you're at. I want everybody to get more of their money back. But hey, we're like I said, we're going in the right direction, and hopefully more will happen that will be added to this to take more, give more relief to everyone, not just excluding one section of the people. So yesterday after that they did President Trump did some remarks about it. So we don't know when he's actually going to sign it. I know he said he was going to sign it. He want to sign it before Christmas. But like I said, who knows right now? I'm guessing it's going to be kind of like when Obamacare was signed. They're going to have a big ceremony about it. Sign up, use about 500 pens and hand them out to everyone. Something like that. So I'm guessing they're planning that right now. So it could be before Christmas. It could be maybe sometime next year. I don't know. But I'm, looking forward to it, to seeing, what this is gonna do as far as jobs and as far as just helping out the country in general and with the economy. I mean, the economy is doing well already, and I just think this is just going to help even more, especially after hearing some of these companies that are handing out bonuses and other incentives and or maybe increasing their charitable contributions or whatnot. Again, it's their money. I I know I don't care what they do with it. To be honest with you, I know some people want to even mention that about, well, they're not going to use it towards jobs in particular. If they do or don't, it's really not your prerogative. I mean, well, it's not your problem, and it's not none of your business. It's their prerogative. That's what I'm trying to say, as far as what they want to use it for. All businesses have different needs and whatnot for how they want to spend whatever money that they earned, and that wasn't taken by the government. So the fact that if some are doing that, that's great. That's what they want to do with it. And I'm guessing it's just going to continue. If if the business want to grow, want to invest more and, build more facilities, that's great. If they want to maybe hold on to it to do something else as far as investment in another direction for something else in their company, it's all up to the business as far as what they need for their company. And I'm not going to just try to step in with the government and try to basically dictate in how they want to spend their money. Because like I said, it's their money. It's not the government's money. It's kind of going back, in what I said in the beginning. The Democrats are basically making it seem like, oh, this is theft. I mean, Nancy Pelosi actually said that this is theft, the tax reform bill. And I posted yesterday, no, Nancy Pelosi, theft is your department. How you use taxes to steal from the American people. That's something you and the Democrats, that's your department when it comes to stealing and theft. But you want to call this theft because why? Because people are getting their own money back. That's considered stealing because in their mind, the money is theirs. It's their money. It's not your money. The money that you earn every day when you're going out to work, regardless if you are a garbage man or a CEO, they see it that the money that you earn is their money and they're just giving you some back. That's how they see it. And so that's why when a tax bill like this is passed, they're seeing money coming out of Washington's pocket, I guess, out of the government's pocket. But that's not the case. It's your money. So I'm not going to keep on harping on that, but I'm just saying it's your money. And I wish people will actually see it as their money as opposed to just so quick to want to make it or see it their way. Where it's like where the money that you earn is actually owed to the government. That is theirs first and yours second. But I know another thing I posted too is that when Obamacare passed, the media was also cheerful. They were saying what a great landmark legislation this was and how great it was for the people, that everyone gets free health care that they perceive to be a right, which is not. But they was head over heels about it. And don't expect that same sort of jubilation that, like I posted yesterday. It's all going to be negative for them. They're going to point to any and everything that they can to try to undermine this tax bill. Any positive news from it, they're going to basically cloud it in some sort of suspicion or speculation, or they might report on it, but it'll always be questioned. Like, well, does this mean it's going to last? Or if they post, if they do a story about some sort of positive story on something that is related to this tax bill, it will always be kind of just it'll be held back a little bit to question. Well, they did it. No, this is something positive now, but is this going to happen again? Even though any positive story about Obamacare, they just want to talk about that particular thing, care less about if it's going to, if that's actually going to last or if that was a one-shot deal. That didn't matter to them. They just wanted to make sure they report as much positive stories that they could find on anything that was connected to Obamacare. But that's not what they're going to do to this tax bill. They're going to do the exact opposite. They're going to find every negative story they can find. And I wouldn't be surprised you have some liberal business owners out here that will actually hurt their own business just to make a political point. And I wouldn't be surprised by that. They'll do, maybe they'll move their company, move facilities overseas just out of spite. Or maybe they'll take the money that they've received for, from not being taxed to death, and they won't do anything with it. They won't even try to grow, and they'll just try to make the point. See, we didn't expand our business when we got these tax breaks or tax cuts or whatever they want to call it. So they'll just try to do that to make a point, to make it seem like, well, this tax bill is doing nothing for business or doing nothing for the people and doing everything for business. But they just try to undermine and make it look, as horrible as possible. And like I said, because, if you don't know, we died yesterday because of that bill. But, this is not the first time. Because if you think about it, if you think back to all the times that we supposedly people are going to die for, whether it was Trump getting elected, Trump getting inaugurated, then Trump not getting impeached, we was all going to die. Then got out of TPP. Oh, we all died then. And then the Paris Climate Agreement, we all died then. And even recently with the repeal of net neutrality, I mean, we died then too. I mean, it's funny. I mean, we keep dying so much, and I never know. I don't feel like I've died. And then, I mean, I don't know if this is like the afterlife or what, but I mean, every time something that even is remotely positive from the Trump administration or Republicans in general, it just this like
warning. Warning.
Yeah, we all dead. We're all gonna die. Yep. And it's definitely becoming like, crying wolf, obviously, where you just keep constantly saying this same old phrase over and over again to anything that is being brought up that may be a positive for Republicans. It's always liberals are saying that, oh, we're going to die. Everybody's going to die. I mean, at this point, if we're dying every time they said if we were going to die, I guess we have more lives than a house full of cats, because we've gone way past 9. So we like, what, 100 by now? And we're only in the first year. I mean, I can't imagine how many times we're going to die before, I'd say in the first 4 years or even the next 8 years. Oh, man, think about it. If President Trump is in office for 8 years, we would probably die maybe 1,000 times now by the end of this. I mean, we are a resilient bunch. Really are. I mean, we just keep on dying, but we keep living again. I guess we're just zombies by this. Probably by after the first 4 years, we'll all be kind of like The Walking Dead, a whole bunch of zombies walking around because we've died so many times because of the horrible legislation, Republicans and the Trump administration. Just, I don't know. Probably next year, it's not even going to be legislation that kills us. It's just going to be Trump speaking. President Trump tweeted this. Oh, we're all going to die. But anyway, speaking of that, we, what liberals saying that we're all going to die. There's something else that is probably coming down the pipe, and if they're not saying it now, it's probably going to be said in the next day or so. It's probably already been mentioned, but I'll get to that after a word from our friends from the Founding Project.
Hello, Trend Chat listeners. If you like the Founding Project's Civics Education video series, Civics for All Ages, and our educational meme series, we think you will love our new website. Join us at thefoundingproject.com and be a part of the civics movement. The Founding Project is a 501c3 education nonprofit. Please join us today.
So I appreciate everyone listening to our Star Wars episodes last week. I mean, I don't know how many of you listened, but that was a fun episode to talk about, basically nothing political, even though, I don't know what, we did get a little political. Some of it kind of cut out just for time, but, just to kind of just talk about something mostly non-political. And like I said, I saw Star Wars. I liked The Last Jedi. I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to tell you any spoilers, so don't worry about it. But I plan on watching it again pretty soon. I'm one of those guys that tend to watch a movie more than once at the movies. And I do it a lot, especially a lot more now because I have this card called Movie Pass. Now, this is not an ad for them, which if they want me to advertise for them, I'd be more than welcome to take their money to do an ad for them. But I do have Movie Pass, and I think it's pretty cool. So it's just a card to where when you sign up, you can watch a movie a day for $10 a month. So I will get more into it, but like I said, it's not an ad, so I don't. Maybe when Movie Pass want me to give a full-blown ad to them, I'll give you some more details. Maybe I'll hold out like that for you. But that makes it a lot easier for me to go out and watch movies a lot more often. And so I'll probably see Star Wars maybe 2 or 3 more times, suspecting, most likely. I don't know. But I'm guessing the next time we'll probably do something like that again. We'll probably be in May when the Avengers come out. And as I was telling Patricia about doing a potential Avengers one, I'll probably be a little more organized because, like I mentioned in the beginning, I didn't really have any questions written out. It really was just a conversation on the phone that I basically put on the podcast for the most part. And I should try to be a little more structured so I can kind of get a little more, get through, all the movies and kind of have it a little more structured. Just a little bit. I'm not going to try to have it, every question written out and all that, but maybe I should have some sort of outline. But like I said, I appreciate everyone listening. If you haven't, go back to listen to the last 2 about Star Wars if you like Star Wars. Maybe even if you don't, maybe we might pique your interest in Star Wars by listening to us. I don't know. But anyway, speaking of the left and their constant warnings of our impending death.
Warning. Warning.
Yeah.
Warning.
So I guess another warning from them is about the whole UN. So today, the past couple of days, the UN has soundly rejected the U.S. recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. And to that, I say what President Trump said. Well, in my words, I just say I don't care what the UN thinks. And basically, that's what he said. And I can care less what the UN feels that as far as what they feel about where the capital of Israel should be, or if they even want to recognize Israel, whatever. Like I said, I can care less. And I'm glad that the U.S. is, standing strong on this. But it's also one of those issues where I can just see right now where the left will say, let me say this too, because President Trump said that he is considering pulling money from the countries that vote against the U.S. in that vote. So that means that the U.S. will be pulling money away from the UN. And I could just imagine that's going to be probably a tweet from some liberal out there, if it's not already out there, that if the U.S. withdraws money from these countries, these people are going to die. People are just going to be out in the streets. People will be murdered in the streets. So, and I could just imagine that's what's going to be the next issue that we're all going to die on. So that's probably what we're going to die 101 times. I'm pretty sure they're going to find something else for us to die before the end of the year. So, like I said, I don't know how many times we died, but I think we're probably close to 100 right about now. And we're still here. I'm telling you, like I said, we're a bunch of zombies right about now. But just wandering the earth right now. It's, and surprisingly, we all kind of look the same. I thought zombies looked different than this, but yeah, I mean, because we did, right? We're just a whole bunch of dead people walking around. So all these movies about zombies and what happens when you die, it's been all false, because we look exactly the same as if when we were alive, back in the wonderful 8 years of Obama. We was all living beautiful utopian lives back then. But apparently when Trump became president, we all just became zombies and dead inside, I guess. I don't know. But to me, we all look the same. Maybe I am already dead. Maybe that's it. Maybe I am just like the Sixth Sense. I'm people see me, or maybe I don't know. Maybe that's what's going on. But now, it's funny because I didn't even know if I was going to do an episode tonight. But all this, what I'm saying right now, was in my mind, and this was the whole reason I even did this podcast, was because of situations like this. I'm sitting here just having all these thoughts. I'm like, because I was thinking about, man, maybe I might not do an episode this week and just wait till 2 weeks from now or something. Yeah, but then I started watching that nightly news, and they're lying, pretty much trying to, like I was saying earlier about the tax reform bill, where they were just basically making everything about, oh well, corporations getting the tax cut, and basically making it seem like no one else is getting the cut, and everyone else is dead, and that just it just gets frustrating to hear. I guess because in the past couple of weeks I've been watching, not willingly in a way, but I just keep coming across the nightly news more often the past couple of weeks. And so I will see, whether it's ABC, NBC, CBS, it doesn't matter. And they're all basically saying the same thing, just putting everything negative that they can about the Trump administration. And any positive news is always, clouded over some sort of suspicion or whatever like that. So watching that, it just gets frustrating to watch. And it just makes it easier for me to even come on to do this. So, but I did have one more story to kind of talk about, but I'm gonna play one more word from our friends with the Founding Project, and I don't know if you heard about this, but I'll get to that after these short words.
Hello to fans of Trend Chat and Brian Bledsoe. The Founding Project, an education nonprofit dedicated to civics, invites you to visit our brand new website. Visit us at thefoundingproject.com. Be a part of the civics movement with The Founding Project. The Founding Project is a 501c3 education nonprofit. Please join us today.
One other thing I was just thinking about, I don't know if you know, I am a Sentinel with Heritage Action for America, and I was just thinking that the Heritage Foundation, the sister organization to Heritage Action, just announced their new president, Kay Cole James, and I just want to congratulate her for coming on to Heritage Foundation. She already, been affiliated with Heritage, being on the board and in other capacities as well. So I just wanted to say, congrats on the new job, and I hope to get a chance to meet with her soon at some Heritage events, and probably sometime next year. So just want to mention that in case someone maybe didn't know. Now, another story. This is more so last week, but I don't think I talked about it. So, and it's still on my mind because I think it's just kind of stupid, really, because City of Philadelphia has now voted for a ban of bulletproof glass in the city at at restaurants. So I don't know how many of you know about this, but in certain neighborhoods, and when I say certain neighborhoods, in this case, a lot of times it tend to be more urban communities, but actually that is beyond the point because that. But anyway, in those neighborhoods, a lot of times you will come across some of these establishments where they would have bulletproof glass, in the store. And some places where even like, if you're ordering food where you put the money in and you push it through and they put the food in and so it's not like there's a barrier between the customer and, the employee. And for the most part, it's bulletproof glass. And so the city of Philadelphia decided to ban that, all in the name of, basically everyone's feelings for the most part. I don't have the story in front of me. I wasn't going to pull it up because I just wanted to mention it right quick. But all you gotta do is Google this. You can just Google Philadelphia bulletproof glass or something like that. It'll show up because it was somewhat of a story, but it's just another one of those cases where you have, well, in this case, it's liberals, Democrats in this case, especially, that instead of addressing the problem, addressing the reason why these businesses feel like they need bulletproof glass, which is basically because of crime. Because it's not like a business owner comes into a community and says, you know what, I want to spend thousands of dollars on a bulletproof glass just for no apparent reason. I just want to spend it. I don't have there's no crime that has been reported, or there's not a kind of like an environment where stores have been broken into or people have been robbed or whatnot. No, it's not because of that. No. It's not because that crime has been higher in this community than other places. And so, no, but it's none of that, because basically they're making it seem like the reason why these business owners are putting up these barriers is because they hate black people. Like, that's their reason. That's the reason when they came into this black community, they said, well, you know what? First, we want to put up these bulletproof glass because, we just don't like you. It's not the fact that, there's crime around here. It's not that. No, it's just because we don't like you. And that's basically their rationale as far as what they think these business owners are trying to portray when they put up these bulletproof barriers. And so because some feelings got hurt, or they feel like it's indignant, or it is frowned upon to have to get your food through a barrier. Well, for one, if you don't like it so much, you ain't got to go there. I'm pretty sure they ain't the only place where food is served, but that's not the issue. Because they don't want to have their feelings hurt. They don't want to feel like they're in a high crime area, even though they are. And so they want to put up the facade by taking down these bulletproof barriers, at the same time making these business owners less safe, which they could care less about that. Their feelings are more important than their safety. So anyway, I just want to stop there. Cause I just want to mention that. And like I said, I don't know how many of you know about that story, but yeah, I'm pretty much done for today. Just, I appreciate everyone listening. I appreciate everyone that is listening 1, 2. If you've been listening to all the episodes, I really appreciate you. If you listen to every episode, I actually want you to message me and let me know, because I would be quite shocked and and happy to know who you are. So actually, I'm still working on that exclusive interview with the producer of Trend Chat, which I will play. I said it was going to be Christmas. I don't think that's going to happen, but he's such a busy guy, so gotta track him down to have time to talk. I mean, he's the producer of the show, but you would think it'd be a lot easier to get him on, but no, he's so busy. I can't really nail him down to sit down for like 30 minutes to have an interview. I'm pretty sure you want to hear from him, like where this all started from and how did I get on and all that. I'm sure you want to hear all those stories, but he's a busy guy. Maybe I'll get a hold of him in the next couple of weeks. Maybe not. Maybe have to wait till later on next year sometime. But like I said, I appreciate everyone listening in. And if we come on next week, it might be kind of like this, where I kind of thought about coming on the last minute. So, because it'll be past Christmas the next time, even if it's Tuesday. So I just want to say now, hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. And I hope you're out there getting those gifts already. And if you haven't, you're in for a rude awakening with all the lines and people already in the malls. But nevertheless, I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. And until maybe sometime next week, we will chat with you later.